And welcome back. They are heartbreaking and preventable tragedies. Children left in hot cars. Just this morning, another story released about an Arizona mother arrested for leaving her 5-month-old in a car for nearly an hour.
Thankfully, that child survived. But so far this year, across the country, 35 children have died in hot cars, according to the nonprofit kidsincars.org.
This morning, we're going behind the headline with one couple on a mission inspired by their own unthinkable loss.
Hello, my little man.
In March 2008, Miles and Carol Harrison became proud parents.
Chase was about a year and a half when we adopted him from Russia, and he was a wonderful little boy.
I remember those brilliant blue eyes.
That July, Chase was supposed to go to daycare, and it was Miles' turn to drop him off before heading to the office.
I have all sorts of things going on at work. I'm dropping Chase off, which is a new thing for me.
Miles says he was on autopilot when he bypassed the daycare and drove to work.
I go into my office and I work a complete day. At about 5 o'clock, a colleague of mine comes up to my office and says, "Hey, do you have a doll in your car?" And I just then realized, oh my God. I pull open the car door and I see.
While paramedics attempted to save Chase, Miles called Carol.
He just said, "I forgot Chase." I'm like, what?
Chase died in the back seat of his father's SUV that day. Miles was charged with involuntary manslaughter and found not guilty.
I was guilty of making a terrible mistake, one that I have not yet forgiven myself for.
Today, the Harrisons share their story.
Implement some sort of a car warning system.
While fighting for the Hot Cars Act of 2019, legislation that may help save the lives of children who are left alone in vehicles.
And Miles and Carol Harrison are here this morning. This story brings us all to tears. And first, I need to ask, what kind of boy was your son?
He was wonderful. He, as we said in the clip, he was adopted from Russia. We brought him home, and from the minute he came home, he was happy, which was a little unusual for a kid from an orphanage. But he had a wonderful smile. As you can see, he just opened up to us immediately, hugs, and he was learning like crazy every day. And he just wanted to see the next day, the next fun day with mom and dad. He was a joy.
There are people who will watch this and they wrestle with it, right? Because I remember when we first heard about the story recently, everybody immediately was like, what kind of parent would leave their kid in the car? Don't you know that you remember putting them in? Don't you remember strapping them in? Like, how do you not know? How do you not remember? We see your grief, so we know you clearly were on autopilot. What happened?
I don't know what happened, but I am the parents that say this could never happen to you. I am still those parents. So the people that are angry or frustrated or don't understand how this could happen, I am still that parent too. I'm so angry with myself and so ashamed at what I had done.
You put them in, and then you had something came up at work. So you just bypassed the exit and you went into work mode?
It was a new, kind of a new process for us. And, I had a broken ankle. I had a lot going on at work. I had never really done this. And I don't know what happened. Just, I went to work. Mm-hmm. That's all I can tell you is I went to work.
Mm-hmm. You were charged with involuntary manslaughter, eventually found not guilty. Have you forgiven yourself?
No. And for people that, I don't know anybody that has done what I have done that will ever really forgive themselves. I personally don't know how I'm going to.
But you guys are doing everything you can to make some changes. I mean, you've been working with this bill that you're hoping gets passed to add new technology to cars so that, I mean, they beep as if they would if the light was on in your car. I mean, it's amazing they beep for a light and they don't beep for a child in the back seat.
Yeah, we are, both Carol and I have dedicated any free time that we can grab to supporting the passage of something called the Hot Car Act.
Okay.
And the Hot Car Act stipulates that there must be a warning system to alert parents that there is a live child, pet, adult, anybody in the back seat. And so if the parent would leave or the driver would leave the car and you don't go to the back seat, then there would be an alert. Now, the one that we're supporting is the House of Representatives bill.
Because there are two different versions, right? The House and the Senate.
Yeah, there's the House and the Senate. And the House bill has something what I'm calling it's a real detection. And in fact, Carol and I just bought a new car.
Okay.
We bought the car literally because when we were looking at the car for the first time,
With the salesman.
yeah, with the salesman, our daughter got into the back seat just like you would, just
Right.
A new car, it's
Yeah.
fun, right?
and the salesman just kind of walked away from the car for 2 feet. And all of a sudden, this huge horn started going off. It scared the bejesus out of me. I started looking around thinking somebody was stealing a car. And he said, no, 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 that's the
like a
rear
sensor?
occupancy alert system in the car. So I started crying immediately because I was not prepared for that. And Kia sold a car because that's the reason. I said, well, take it.
Right.
I felt it was.
You mentioned your daughter. You have an 8-year-old daughter together now.
We do.
How is it now? I mean, is it one of those things where it's on your mind all the time? I mean, she's okay, obviously, but how is it for you guys as a family?
Well, it's on my mind all the time, from the day she was an infant to taking extra precautions because we didn't have a car that had an alert system at the time. Taking the extra precautions, making sure the daycare calls, putting your stuff in the back seat, you know, your phone or a shoe or something that so you remember she's there. We're always thinking about it.
Well, we know this is so hard for you to talk about, but thank you. Thank you both so much for being here. And for more information on the Hot Car Act, go to thirdhourtoday.com, and we'll be right back.
May make change the law.
We hope so.
We'll be right back.